Greetings friends and welcome back to another episode of Feed the World. Callum Kevinson is working really hard to get our farmhouse built, and what we're going to try and do is get the materials he needs to get this bad boy finished. It's about time. I want a place to live, because right now guys, we are homeless. Last episode we built a cool little kind of chipped workbench station that's going to be where we make all of our cool designs and things, and we also got a lot of the materials that our builder's going to need. We'll just dump the rest of this stuff in here because it's always good for the builder to have a surplus of things. But yeah, we got all the materials he needs mostly to get things built. There's a couple of big things left on our gotta get this done list, and we're going to try and get those wrapped up before he finishes digging the area to build the actual farmhouse. Pretty cool. So number one, I've got a big backpack now. It's not quite empty, but it's good enough. We need to get some peonies. Oh yeah, now we saw some peonies around, but I didn't pick them up. I didn't think they'd be that difficult to find again, and you know what? I don't think they will be. I believe they were down here on the coast. Let's take a look. Where are they? Where are these peonies? So I was lucky because peonies are quite common. There they are, on the horizon, looking pretty good. So we went for peonies instead of roses this time around because I always use roses to do my decorations, and I thought, you know what? Maybe we'll try and mix it up. Maybe pink and purple is a better kind of looking thing than red sometimes. And we can use roses if we want to here and there, but peonies I think we're going to use on our farmhouse. They do look real cool. I prefer them to lilacs just because the base texture looks a bit more like flowers. Lilacs look a bit like a Christmas tree sometimes, and I don't like the look of that. It's not Christmas yet. In fact, I think there's some lilacs over there, so we can go and take a look at those. Yeah, look at them. So let me know in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. Do you prefer lilacs or peonies? Put a comment saying either lilac or peony, and I will heart and like the comment, and maybe we can get like a tally to see which is the favorite flower. But for me, I kind of prefer peonies. Am I even saying that right? Peonies? Peonies. I think peonies sounds correct, but I don't know. It's not important. Now we've only got 21, we need something like 60. So to combat this, yeah, it's a bit of a waste of our bone meal to just grow some flowers, but you know, we might as well. We're gonna find a way, eventually, to get like a bone meal farm going, but oh my god, we've had so many monster troubles in this series so far that we have an abundance, like a serious abundance of bone meal. So we're looking for about 60 of these, which means if I make about 40 of these bone meal into peonies, 51, no, we need a few more. We're looking for about a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, we've got the extra peony there, and I think that should be enough to get our farmhouse built. Again, we're going to decorate around the colony, so none of these extra peonies are going to go to waste. Over here, required resources, yeah, peony, 62. Amazing. Next up, we're going to do the big wood run. We need, I think, another 800 oak logs, 856 to be precise. That's a lot of oak logs. And that's why it's pretty cool that last episode we repopulated our forest, and I'm quietly confident that we're going to find enough oak logs over there. Now I did ask you guys in the comments section to let me know if you guys had any cool ideas about how we could build a tree farm, because there are no botany hopper pots in this. There's also no create. So farming trees is a bit of a weird one. We could use bees. Bees are a way we could create wood. Likewise, mystical agriculture, we could create wood doing that. But it feels like a bit cheaty. To use bees and flowers to make every single thing is really boring, really dull. I'd like a way to physically be able to farm trees, and I haven't read your comments yet on that, so do keep those coming in because I do want to see some good ideas for making trees. Anyway, we're going to grab some iron out of our farm. This is always chock-a-block, always good to see. And we can use... do we have any wood lying around? Any spare wood? There's some sticks. Let's make some axes and get some wood. Oh yeah, look at this veritable forest. Well, it's not a veritable forest, it's a real forest. Full of trees. Now, oh, that was quick. Oh no, did I just... oh no, I just burned my paxel again. Ah! Those paxels are more trouble than they're worth. Honestly, it costs 6 tools to make one tool that's got about the durability of one tool. Not very great. You don't actually get that many logs from digging trees like this, which is a bit of a shame, a bit annoying. But I'm quietly confident that we'll get enough. Already we're at a stack and 10. Yeah, and there's loads of oak in here. We planted loads of trees. So I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling pretty lucky. We might run out of axes though. I thought 6 was going to be enough, but already we're down to 4. That's crazy. Wow, there it goes. Our last axe, and 6 iron axes only got us 1... Oh my god, 3.5 stacks from 6 iron axes. That's hardly anything. Well, maybe there's a way we can improve this. I don't want to have to use disposable axes all the time. Maybe it's time we built ourselves a really good axe. So what exactly are our options for making a really cool axe? Well, we can literally search for axe and find all of them in the game. There are pickaxes here, so maybe we put a space before it. No, that won't work. But either way, yeah, you can see all the axes we can possibly make. We could make an all-the-modium axe. That would probably be really good. It says it's unbreakable. Yeah, but I want to stay away from all-the-modium. Sometimes all-the-modium can be a catch-all for getting the best of everything, and we don't want to do that. I want to keep things kind of legit and entry-level for as long as I can, and I feel like a good place to start is going to be with silent gear. It's been a long time since I've used silent gear, so I'm going to be very rusty to say the least. But I reckon at silent, yeah, this is going to be a good place to start. So we're going to make ourselves an axe blueprint. I imagine that is where it all begins, right? So for an axe blueprint, we need blueprint paper and sticks. And blueprint paper, oh yeah, so easy to get. Now, ooh, this is another good point. We don't actually have a paper farm yet. We've got like, you know, we've got hemp over here, we've got wheat, and we're slowly upgrading our farm over here. I want to stretch this out so I get even more carrots and potatoes, so I'm just going to replant these. Remind me to come back and top this up on the reg, likewise with potatoes, because I do love a baked potato. But yeah, we don't actually have a farm for sugarcane yet, for paper. So that's probably a good thing for us to do. And also, I think what I want to try and do is, well no, I can't use the worms because sugarcane doesn't grow on tilled land. It just grows on land next to water. So let's see if I can find my shovel. There's a couple. And let's dig some trenches for a bit of a temporary paper farm. I want to be careful because it's very easy to fall into the trap of making everything temporary. But for now, this kind of will do, I think. We'll set this to small square, probably my favorite mining mode. Other mining modes are available. But yeah, we'll make a nice big flat space for a bit of sugarcane over here. Fill in some of these blocks with some of this surplus dirt that we have now. Looking pretty good. Bring it over like this. And now let's dig some trenches for these sugarcanes. And there we go. This is going to be the edge of our sugarcane farm. We could get fancy with this. We could use like garden cloches. We could use all kinds of machines to automatically farm this sugarcane. But we're going to go basic for the moment. I'm going to build a temporary pond right here because we're going to have to put a lot of water into these trenches. It's much, much easier if you have an infinite water source right next to you. You know what? While we're at it, let's use this iron to make some shears because I'm going to need some grass to get my house built. Oh, it's getting late. Let's have a sleep. I'm going to need to grab some grass, so we'll do that as well. But also, it's good to have 2 buckets, because 2 buckets are way more useful than 1. Sounds kind of dumb, but it's true. There's the shears. Where's the other bucket gone? We've usually got a few buckets lying around. It's always the way that you make a bucket when you've already got some lying around and it sucks. There we go, there's one. Let's go and get some water and some grass. Sitting pretty. Now, my ethos with these videos, I've said before, we're trying to keep the editing on the down low for this one. And what I really want to do is keep the series feeling just, you know, nice, natural, and honestly, kind of cozy. If there's anything you think I should do to make the videos better for you watching at home, let me know in the comment section, because I'm always open to criticism. I want to make the best videos for you guys, and I can't do that unless you tell me what you want. So let me know in the comment section what you want to see. There we go. Yeah, this is so much easier, as you can see, with a water source nearby. Also, a long strip like this creates infinite water itself. So it's super easy to just go back here to a replopped bit and get more water. Yeah. And there we go, the area is prepared almost. Let's just tidy this up. No, we don't need to, actually. There we go, there's the sugarcane. I've only got 4 of this, so this is going to be quite an ordeal. Now I've got my watering can, because I'm praying, I'm hoping that we can actually water sugarcane with a watering can and it will grow. But it might not, because sugarcane doesn't really work like other crops. It's not even really a crop. It's just a block that happens to exist and then grow. So we'll see. Let's give it a go. Yeah, because when you hover over sugarcane, it doesn't have like a growth level, which I think means that watering cans just won't work. And that's a real shame. It is a real shame. I'd like to see some way of making sugarcane grow quicker. Oh no. So we've tried watering cans. Let's try using bone meal. No, when I right click, nothing happens. So there's no way to get sugarcane to grow quicker, and it does grow painfully slow. There is a myth, bit of a legend, that using sand to grow sugarcane makes it grow quicker, but this is a myth. Don't get conned by this. Sugarcane will always grow the same rate no matter what it's on. Oh man, well, we're going to leave it to it, I guess, because there's not much else we can do. All we can really do now is wait for this to grow, put down some more, wait for it to grow. Yeah, well, okay. Anyway, let's make some bread, and what I'm going to do now, actually, what I think would be pretty cool, is to take a look at our chipped workbenches. Now, we built these last episode, but we didn't really get deep into what's possible with them, and there's some crazy cool things you can make. We're going to try and look at some cobblestone variants, and also some stone brick variants. That's going to need the masonry tape, but also it's just so nice to be out of the rain. Ugh, rain. So into my backpack with some of these junk seeds. And let's take a look. So cobblestone actually can look really good with a chipped workbench. And this is something I considered doing instead of making stone brick. Also, Mixterendo in the comment section had a go at me because I didn't do this. Well, screw off, Mixter, because I'm doing it now. And if you take a look, the difference between a stone brick and a cobblestone stone brick, I mean, there's not very much. In fact, you could argue that the cobblestone stone brick kind of looks a little bit cooler. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, a bit of texture going on. It does look pretty good. Wait, there's a horse. What are you doing there? You know what, guys? Should we tame a horse? Yeah, I could use a horse to get around on. That's a good idea. Now, if memory serves, to tame a horse, all you really do is get on him. And eventually, he kind of becomes okay with you. Oh, this guy's not okay with me, though. I love his look, though. Black with white socks. Very tuxedo. Are we there? Come on, dude. Tame. Oh, there we go. So we've tamed him. Then we can't ride him without a saddle. Luckily enough, though, we did find one in a chest. Let's go and grab that saddle. Oh, we got ourselves a horse. And you know what that means, my dudes? It means we need a name for this horse. So in the comment section, I want you guys to give me a name for a horse. So yeah, give me a name for our new horse, because I need a... Oh, yeah. Oh, and the speed. So good. Now, the big question is, if I teleport home while I'm on the back of the horse... Oh, let's have a sleep first, because it's getting late. Oh, and the rain stopped. So good. So if I teleport home while I'm on the back of a horse, do I bring the horse with me? That's a question. No, I don't. Oh, that sucks. So I can't really take my horse on long journeys, because it means when I go home, I'm going to leave him there. And I can't put him in my pocket. He's got a speed of 12. I don't know if that's good. And he's got a jump height of 3. Again, I don't know if that's good. Let me know if this is a good horse, because it looks like a good horse. I like him, at least. But he needs a name. So plonk that in the comment section. We also need some grass for our builder, so we're going to use the shears on these bits of small grass. I think we used about 32 or so in the build. So half a stack is all we're looking for. 25, almost there. So we're going to dump some of the things that this guy needs. Some short grass. We're going to hold on to these. No, we're going to give him the logs as well. So barrels we can do, campfires we can do, cobblestone and hay bales, very simple. Even lanterns aren't a problem because we've got iron on farm. What gets tricky as well is the different types of wood. So we're going to need to grab some spruce, because spruce doors, I think they're the best doors, my dudes. They look pretty amazing, and spruce trapdoors make great decoration that we've made a lot of use of in this building. But it does mean we need to find a spruce tree. Where are we going to find a spruce tree? It's a really good question. Well, It looks like our sugarcane still hasn't grown. Oh man, this is going to be very painful. So what I'm going to do is two things. I'm going to make myself a cheap axe, and we're going to go and see if we can find a spruce tree. On the way, I have a feeling that we're going to run across some sugarcane. So we can bring that back, and that should speed things up over on our sugarcane farm over there. And there we go. Let's go and see if we can track down a spruce tree. Oh man. So we've got loads of birch and oak. Never hard to find, those two. Dark oak can be quite tricky to find. You usually need to find a special biome. Oh man, look at these peonies as well. Did not remember these were here. But finding... Oh, sorry, Mr. Chicken. Shouldn't have been hiding in those peonies. But yeah, spruce can often be quite tricky to find. I mean, this is maple. And these big trees are not spruce. They're Kika. But spruce can be a tricky one, and I thought it was going to be tricky, but I think this is actually spruce. It is. Wow. Well, that was a big journey that we completed pretty quickly. And there's spruce. Amazing. I think we're even going to get spruce saplings out of this as well. Yeah, looks like we did. So 19 spruce logs, 2 spruce saplings. Well, even more actually. And I think this might even be a bit of a spruce forest as well. Or is it? Usually where you find one tree, you find some more. Yeah, there we go, spruce. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, the journey for spruce wasn't a tricky one. And if you're playing along at home and following in my footsteps, it must be kind of cool to be able to see exactly where you find these things rather than having to go look for them. Well, yeah, spruce is on your doorstep. Absolutely no sweat. In fact, wow, is that dark oak? Wow, amazing. We're finding all of the woods. These are going to be really useful because if we want to do a bit of productive trees, we're going to need one of each of the vanilla saplings. So dark oak, yeah, looks like it's actually not that hard to find in this mod pack. And you never know, right? Every time you play all the mods, you need to think that everything you found hard to get in maybe all the mods 9, it might actually be easy to get in all the mods 10. You can't take anything for granted, like for example, the recipe for a supply camp that we discovered was actually a bit of an ordeal this time around, but yeah, it's good to know that every single all the mods you play, you're in for a different experience. You never know what you're going to find. What we didn't find... Oh, wow! Oh, man, look at that! So, this is pretty lame, but I'm actually quite amazed by this branch. Trees with actual branches. do look pretty cool. Now, it doesn't look like a real branch. It looks like a bit of like a malignant growth, but still pretty cool to see some branches. So I think this is going to be enough spruce to make all of the trapdoors and things we... Oh, no. Oh, my God. What are these guys doing? Can you actually not? Looks like our townsfolk are scared and running away. I don't blame them, because these guys are a real menace. Okay, just one more to go. Is that all of them? No, one more dude. So we'll make him miss, and then come in for the whack. There we go. We're not dead. Doing pretty good. Ugh, honestly, these pillagers, if you have an idea for how to get rid of these pillagers, let me know, because they keep spawning on us. I don't know. I think we just leave it for now. If you guys have an idea for how we can get pillagers to not bother us, do let me know. But for now, we can kind of handle it. I'm learning how to kill these guys. So we want to turn spruce logs into planks. There's no logs used in the build, so that shouldn't be a problem. We're going to need loads and loads of trapdoors. Oh my god, we're going to have to go and get some more spruce, but again, having the saplings is going to make that a lot easier. So we're going to plant these saplings that we have on the border of our oak forest over here. We'll separate this so they're easy to kind of, you know, see the difference. And we'll put them over here. Yeah, this should work quite well. Couple of spruce trees. While we're out here, let's trim up some of these ugly trees, get some more oak, because we need some of this as well. Yeah, might as well burn the entire axe. In fact, let's go through all of our axes and get up as much oak as we can. Because, you know what, silent gear is great, but it's going to take ages for our sugarcane to grow, so I can't really show you what's going on with that yet. Iron is on farm, so let's just get loads and loads of oak. So I hope you're having an amazing time watching me chop wood. Oh yeah, it's like kind of like paint drying, but kind of therapeutic as well. It also means that all of these episodes of Feed the World are kind of like a different length. You never know whether a video is going to be like 25 minutes or 45 minutes, because I want to tell a story. I start each episode with an idea of what I want to achieve. And usually I don't stop recording until I've achieved that, no matter how long it takes. But again, I'm always open to criticism, so whatever you think about any of the series, let me know. Anyway, oh my god, so we cleared out a lot of this forest now, and we're looking at how many stacks of oak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. So I think we're getting pretty close to how much wood we actually need. So in with the oak logs, and now, how much more do we need now? Oh, we're very close, only 250 more oak logs, so one more pass of the forest, and we should be okay. We need a lot of oak planks, like a serious amount, 769, nice. Loads of oak slabs and stairs, a few more spruce trapdoors, a few more stone brick stairs, but we're getting well on the way. Pretty exciting. There's some stone brick stairs. That should be enough. It will be now. Okay, next on the list, we're going to make those lanterns. And again, this is a really simple craft. We're going to need torches. I don't want to waste coal on this, so I think what we're going to do is use these maple logs to make some charcoal. We should get a good return on this. We're going through a lot of iron here, but in the long run, this is going to work out. There we go, 51 lanterns. Oh, we're getting so close, my dudes. This is amazing. So there go the lanterns, barrels, and campfires. One campfire, so it's not too crazy. So here we go, a campfire. Very simple, very effective. We also need, what else do we need? Barrels, right, yeah, okay, barrel. Put that recipe on the left. It's quite a simple one, but it's nice to have a memory refresher. We'll turn loads of these dark oak logs into planks. I don't think barrels are specific to the type of wood, but we'll find out right now. Yeah, just a regular barrel. Cool, we'll get loads of these. I think 24 should be okay. I don't even think it was that many. But let's go over here and deposit these into the builder's hut. Oh yeah, we are getting so close now. Barrels, campfires, hay bales. We'll grab the cobblestone and the stairs from this chest over here. Oh yeah, very close now. Oh, I can smell it on the horizon. Cobblestone by the boatload. Bam. This should be plenty. There we go. And now it's back onto the wood. So spruce. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's all very easy to make. We can use oak to get all of this stuff. So I think what we're going to do is just, yeah. The sugarcane is growing slowly, but it's not really enough. We're not quite there yet to get into silent gear. So back to business, back to chopping wood. There's the spruce for the trapdoors over there, the oak. Yeah, I can get all this done, I'm fairly sure. But there we go, we've definitely got enough oak logs now to get everything built on this house. Let's get to work making all the little gubbins. So, we're gonna need planks. Yeah, we're gonna need logs. Yeah, we're gonna need all this stuff. Now, the last thing I'm gonna put in here is gonna be oak planks, because this is the last thing Callum needs. So once we give him that, he's gonna get started on the build. If I wait for the end before I put that in, we can watch the whole thing happen. So let's get ladders first. You can apparently actually make ladders out of oak logs. Oh my god, it's true. Thank you for that tip. And we'll put some of those into the racks. Amazing. Next up, we're going to want, I reckon, some oak stairs. And there's a few of these used in the build, I think hundreds of them. So let's make hundreds of oak stairs. Get these into position. Oak fences as well, and slabs, they're also pretty used. Oh my god, this has been just the most intense amount of wood I've ever had to dig for anything, but it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it, because this thing is gonna look really cool. So let's see if we can make as much oak planks as we're gonna need for this build. Put some seeds and things into my backpack, because I don't need them. Make more planks. Okay, moment of truth. Do we have enough? Yes, that green means we are fully rocked, fully locked and loaded. Everything Callum needs to get this built. So, without further ado, we're going to put this inside and watch the time lapse happen. Oh god, finally done with all of those materials. The amount of stone brick, cobblestone, oak logs, bricks. It was such an ordeal, but we're finally here. We've almost got a place we can call home. So this farmhouse comes with a few features, and we'll run through those at the end when we do the flyby, but it starts with a massive basement. I don't have any plans for specific things to put in the basement, but I do know that when you're doing a big mod pack like this, you always want a nice big area where you can slap down some machines. Another thing I was very conscious of is the fact that we're going to want to decorate this quite heavily. So I made sure to design the interior quite elaborately, and that's kind of why we needed so many logs in the first place. There are so many log beams that go through this. I mean, just look at the roof of the basement. So many logs. That's like 10 trees right there. Another cool thing about the build is we used barrels and we put leaves that have been changed in the chipped workbenches to have flowers on them. But for some reason, Minecolonies didn't need me to give the builder those leaves. So they kind of came out as a freebie, which is pretty good. The building has like a nice big main room, but there's also two little kind of prongs that come out around the back. And I figure those rooms are kind of maybe perfect size for a kitchen or something else exciting. But I've been trying to rack my brains about the kind of things I want to put in my house. It's always important to have a bed, obviously. A kitchen and a place for storage is going to be essential as well. But beyond that, I really don't know. So in the comment section, actually let me know what kind of things you like to put inside your houses that you build for your base. Some things we're going to want to put in the house, but obviously some things we're going to want to build outside in their own dedicated buildings. For example, I do want to build a nice big old farm barn. A place where we can store all of our crops in big old barrels. But yeah, do let me know what you want to see. We also went kind of heavy on the decoration for this build, initially, on the outside at least, but I wanted to make sure that, again, we didn't use too many crazy materials. We used a lot of logs, but it wasn't difficult getting the specific materials we needed for this build. The trickiest thing was probably the yellow stained glass, which is, you know, I think worth it. Because the glass was kind of high up, and replacing that was going to be a bit difficult if we did that. And here we go, here's a view from the front. I think it looks pretty cool from the front. And what we're going to aim for is the balcony at the front. I want to be able to come there in the mornings and look out upon all my fields and crops. Yeah, so here we go, the finished flyby. There's those barrels with flowers in and the peonies, looking pretty good. We also added a few lampposts too. Swing around to the back and you have the rear entrances. These almost look better than the front entrances, and this is where you gain access to our basement. And let's take a look inside. So as you can see, yeah, there's a lot of beams on the walls and things. This just helps make the inside look a bit more realistic. There's a lot of room in here, but there's also not too much room. And yeah, a couple of paths to the stairway that leads down to our huge basement area. Very cool. So the building is finally complete, and I hope you guys enjoyed the build and the amazing music. What a banger that tune was. Anyway, next episode we're going to go inside, take a bit of a deeper dive, and I'll give you the tour, and we can start thinking about decorations and what kind of mods and things we want to put in what rooms. Let me know in the comment sections if you guys have any ideas. But until next episode, my dudes, thank you for watching, and take care.